You already had your mind made up. You was ready for that sin. You already had your mind made up. You was ready for that sin you committed. Big shout out to the YouTube family. Coming back once again. Hope everybody's still doing well. Try to make this my final video because I'm gonna try to lay down and get some rest. But I'm just wired up. In spite of what's all going on, I'm wired up and I love it. And me and K Ray was talking again earlier, and I was saying that how most people blame everything on the devil. And a lot of times it ain't just the devil that admitted, man. God got a way of getting your attention. And warning always comes before destruction. Warning always comes before destruction, those signs. But most time we see the signs and we ignore them anyway. I gave K Ray a good example, and I want to share this with the YouTube family. When people go out and creep around, we all done it. Going somewhere you know damn well you ain't got no business. And I said, you see those signs sometimes when you already know not to go where you're going or getting ready to do what you're going to do. And when you get in that car, car won't crank up. You don't think about it. So you got 3 or 4 vehicles to those who got them. Well, this one ain't running. That was a sign, but you didn't catch it. So you get in the other car. Forgot to put some gas in there. You run out of gas. Stuck. There's your second sign. And then you get some gas, and then you get stopped by the police. There's your third sign. How many more signs do you need? My point is, you done saw all those signs. Some out of those are the toast. One of those should have told you to stay your butt at home, but you didn't catch it. So you wind up leaving the police after they stop you, if you don't go to jail, and going to that place where you don't need to go. Hanging around them people you don't need to hang around. Then all of a sudden, something bad happens. And you done saw those signs and those warnings. But you kept driving. Now somebody is dead. Or somebody done got hurt real bad. Or you a part of something that if you would have just stayed at home, some of y'all married, creeping out, you better be careful. Even if you ain't married, you're horning around and you're single, you better be careful. Some of these situations we put ourselves in, you might not wake up the next day. I'm just going to be real in this video. All I know how to do is to keep it real when I talk. And try to line up what I say with my life. And I was telling K Ray earlier, and K Ray said, you know what? I don't know how you do it. He said, if I didn't know you like I know you, we've been friends since we were little, I would think you running prostitutes or horn around. How do you do it? And I said, this camera. And I said, K Ray, I'll be a lying fool if I would say that I don't have thoughts. I don't think about creeping out. I don't care about getting drunk. I'll be a lying fool because sometimes you get bored doing the same thing. And no, I'm not calling God's work bored, but God showed us balance also. He showed us how to rest. That's why I tell people, you ain't got to talk about the word of God all the time when you're hanging around people, bringing your Bible and acting all holding it down. No, that run folks off. That's why Jesus was always invited to the sinners' parties. They wanted Jesus to be there. Why was that, people? Let you think about that for a moment. And I said, K Ray, it's hard, bro. Single man in ministry, very hard. And y'all, I know, even to y'all that's married, it's very hard, ain't it? Because when you get married, you got more women coming on to you. And it seems like sometimes when you're single, you be like, man, when hardly nobody coming at me. But when I done got married, everybody coming at me, and you fighting with it. Because just be real, some of y'all going home to your wife and you can't stand them. Some of y'all women going home to your husband and you can't stand them. You don't even like the way they look no more. They done became ugly to you because so many different reasons. And when you find something positive to do, stick to it. Stick to it. But like I said, the title of the video, you had your mind made up. You already was ready to commit that sin. You forgot about the signs and the warnings. It's just like a person that's going to go get high, shoot that dope up their arm. They already got their mind made up. And when your mind is made up, you blocking out God. God's showing you these warnings, but you had your mind made up. You did what you wanted to do. We don't sin because we have to. We sin because we want to. And most people don't understand that because Christ paid the price. But we are all dealing with sin. He without sin, that's what Jesus told him. Could nobody throw that stone? That's why I can't throw stones at nobody. If I pick up some stones, I'm going to throw them at myself. Somebody catch that later on. Because this flesh ain't no joke. Your mind is made up. You wanted to sleep with that woman. Your mind was made up. You wanted to go out and get drunk. Your mind was made up. So there was nothing else you wanted to hear. I always tell people, recognize Satan when he's talking to you. And recognize the difference between when the master is talking to you. If you are a sheep, you should know the shepherd's voice. You should know when the Lord is speaking to you. But you're going to miss it if you're living in a life of sin. You got your mind made up when you want to move in with each other. I ain't talking about being married. I'm talking about shacking up. Your mind is made up. And it seemed like it's all good for a while. And then all of a sudden it started going downhill. And you pray that, oh Lord, bless us to keep shacking up. Pretty much what you're saying. Bless us, Lord, that we can get out of this. Lord, we need you to pour your blessings out on us. We ain't making it. My other got laid off. So this doesn't happen. Lord, now the Lord telling you, get your life right. Stop living against his will. And I know I just made some folks mad with that. Because most people are shacking up and not getting married. Now, I'm guilty. I done it myself. I'm going to be like Ben Rames. That's when I was young and dumb. That's what Ben Rames said in the movie Baby Boy. When I was young and dumb. I learned from when I was young and dumb and full of calm. I moved on and got wise and older. You get older and wiser. People don't get older and dumber. Stop making the same mistakes. Your mind was made up. You did what you wanted to do. These youngsters who thinking they so hard, getting ready to go jump somebody, shoot at somebody. Your mind made up. You hopped in that car. You knew what you wanted to do. All these women being raped. Lord, touch them. All these women being raped. These men done made up their mind that they wanted to rape that woman. They're going to rape her. These women going out with these little skimpy, hoish outfits on. Stop going out the house looking like a hoe. You're already making it hard on yourself. Dress like a woman. Act like a woman. Men, stop walking around with your drawers showing. Don't nobody want to see all that stinking up the place. Dress like a man should dress. Walk like a man should walk. Talk like a man should talk. Talk with respect. Men respect women. Women respect men. Man, we don't see none of this hardly nowadays. Your mind is made up. When you getting on that block selling dope, you got your mind made up. I'm going to sell this dope, and I'll worry about the consequences later. Well, sometimes it ain't no later, people. A lot of brothers dead and gone, wish they could have got another chance, but somebody done shot them on the block. Me and K-Way was just talking about our boy Lil Ken. Now we done lost K-Way, we done lost Lil Ken and Ricky Boy. Melvin, Chris Boyce, Elmore, Hammy, Junior Flip. I can name a whole bunch of people, man. Like I told you, ain't too many people even living that we grew up with. They dead and gone, man. I bet they wish they could have got another chance to get it life. This is why you don't play with your life. When you make up your mind that you're going to do what you're going to do, your mind is made up. I got another homeboy almost lost his life behind a woman. Being beaten so bad behind some cowards who didn't even know him and beat him half to death, people. He gonna come on here and tell his testimony. He's been on her before. But he was beaten, my homeboy was beaten half to death for being in the wrong place. But God gave him, he made a full recovery. But he could have went the other way. So the reason I'm saying is, when you done already made up your mind and God is sending you these warnings, catch these warnings. Because if you don't catch them, it might be too late, people. You ride around doing stupid stuff. And I ain't just talking about black. I ain't talking about no color in this video. This applies to all races. You riding around illegal already. Be careful with what you do. It's sad enough you got all these police officers beating up people and killing them. Taking dope and smoking it themselves. But not all cops are like this. It's hard enough you got crooked judges, crooked lawyers, the crooked system, what they so-called justice. Ain't no justice, it's just us. Ain't no justice no more. That's dead and gone. We have a hard enough time dealing with life. Don't bring no more extra problems on that you don't need. So if somebody right now thinking about going out doing wrong, I hope I'm hitting them in this video. Because you can choose something better to do. Wait before you put that key in that ignition. Excuse me. Don't go where you don't need to go. Stop talking to people that you know you don't need to talk to no more. Stop getting in these conversations with these women, men, that you know ain't about nothing. And women, stop calling these no good niggas, like you want to say, when they done got you and got you pregnant. Stop calling them and getting yourself in these situations. We can prevent a lot of things from happening. I'm getting so sick of women down and men, and I'm getting so sick of men down and women. Oh, it was all good at first, but till y'all laid down with each other, now somebody pregnant, it's a problem. Now he a sorry nigga. Well, was he a sorry nigga when you met him? Was he sorry when you opened your legs up? Men, was she sorry when you was looking at her body? Now she a hoe, now she ugly because you done slept with her and throw it away like she was a piece of trash. Everybody gotta look at their own faults in this life. And I'm not here to jump on nobody's side. I'm jumping on the Lord's side. If you don't like what I said, take it up with the Lord. Present your body a living sacrifice to be holy and acceptable. Stop giving your body away. Everything that's being done in the dark eventually is going to come to the light, whether you like it or not. Don't make God expose you in front of everybody, because he will. We see that. A lot of people getting in trouble now. And I'm talking about from the pulpit on down. So when your mind is made up, it's pretty much made up. You need to quit making it up so quick. You better take heed in these signs and these warnings. Warning, come before destruction. The sad thing is most people run into the destruction and they forgot about the warning. Just like you can stop at a red light or run through a red light. Now if you run through it, you're taking the chance of getting towed up and you might get killed. So before I leave, stop running these red lights in life. Wait on the green one. Look at that yellow and slow your butt down. That's what the yellow light means. Slow down. Be careful. God bless you.